Good morning, students. Today's topic we will be covering is from the first chapter, that's called Nature and Significance of Management, and we will going to see what are the characteristics of management. So, before going straight to the characteristics, let me revise few things which we had done. We have seen the definition and meaning of management. Then we see the next concept. What we have seen was effectiveness and efficiency. So let us quickly revise what is management, how it came. So as you all have already observed in all the organizations, whether small or big, you often interact with a person called manager. Actually what he does, that manager, is the real definition of management. He just do the planning work, then he also organize things, then he start recruiting people through staffing, then he even direct and supervise people how to do the work and what to do. Then he finally also sees whether if a person is doing it wrongly or he is deviating from his path, then he take the corrective measures there. So all these functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, constitute one thing that's called management. And a manager who do this process is known as the real actual management person or a group of person. So we had studied what is management. Then also, so if you see any organizations like Tata, Birla, or these are the successful organization of India, or for that matter if you see the world big organizations, you will find that they are not going to get their work done by chance, or they are doing it very well. Why? Because of some sort of chance is being provided and do it. No, it is a deliberate process of management, a well defined process which they follow and they achieve the target. So that's why whether it's a big organization, small organization, whether profit making organization, whether not profit making organization, service sector or manufacturing, everywhere management is required and it is the prerequisite. This is what we see. And then we also covered one topic called effectiveness and efficiency, where we seen that effectiveness is doing work on time is known as effectiveness, and completing the task with minimum cost is efficiency. As you all remember, I took one example also that let's suppose we are manufacturing a mall, or we are building a mall, and the deadline being provided to us by the authorities is 12 months. So if we are achieving the target, that is completing the task of construction within 12 months, it does not mean we are efficient. We have to go a further step ahead. But yes, we are effective. We can say that we are effective, that we have completed the task on time. But are we also efficient? For that thing, we have to see the cost benefit analysis. And cost benefit analysis says what? That you have achieved the task on time as well as with minimum cost. So if you put an, it is almost you can say that they are the two sides of the same coin. One without other is of no use. So we can say that together, if they are being applied, so it will lead to prosperity and high profit for the organization. So once again, effectiveness and efficiency. Effectiveness is that you have completed the task on time, and efficiency is completing the task on time plus you have ensured that minimum cost has been incurred on it. It is not like ki inflationary cost have been also added, or for that matter it would have been taken, very few work has been done in first 8 months, then the rest of the work has been completed on time, if whatever the rest month or 4 month, but by incurring huge cost, or by employing people, putting them on night shift and giving them double wages. Night shift machines are working, so the electricity charges will also be there. So not with extra amount of cost. So this is what effectiveness and efficiency. Now we will see the features oblique characteristics of management. Remember, effectiveness and efficiency, there are many cases which already has come in the past year examination, so be it very clear while presenting it. in the paper. Now, what are the features and characteristics of management? So the first feature and characteristics is management is goal oriented process. What is goal oriented process? Means every organization has to have some sort of goals to achieve. As you all know, in case of Reliance Jio, they had that goal of capturing the telecom industry, and so their management put their total effort effectively and efficiently, and they achieve. And finally, I think today, if you see, so they are having almost 70 to 80% market share. Even if you see the another example of Walmart's, wherever they go, whatever they do, but they manage one thing, that they capture the most of the market share. So to do that, you should have to have some sort of aim, that yes, this year I have a target of increasing my sales by 10%. So that end results which should thrive you is one of the characteristics of management. Then comes management is a group activity. What does it mean? You see, in any type of organization, all those individuals who are joining the organizations with different motives. Maybe if I have joined this organization, my motive would be to gain experience in the school, or to have a hike in my salary, or uh, to have an exposure of teaching different regions kids. So we might have different individual aims and goals, but we all are being assigned to do a specific work for the main purpose of the organization, and that is to achieve the predetermined goal of the organization. So whatever role we have been assigned, wherever we are working, but we have a group activity, which is being going to be taken as a common thing. Now, what is the third feature? The third feature is management is an intangible force. This intangible force, generally what it says, that you cannot see the management, but you can feel the presence of it. It's very true. Let me take an example. If you go visit the private banks, or if you are account holder of private banks, like I am a uh, account holder of Kotak Mahindra Bank, or for that matter ICICI Bank. If you go, you will see the difference. If you are going to some other banks like government banks or government offices, where you will see, in private banks you will be heard, your grievances are going to be addressed and resolved very quickly. You will see everything is or is in very good shape, things are organized, people are listening to your issues, and you will be well served, and you feel that yeah, they are having a better management. But at the same time, if you go to a government bank or some government offices, you will see the things are messed up. uh, your one section might be listening to you, but most of this parts you will be almost feeling that it would take huge time. So there you will see that yes, management is working, you're feeling it. You might not be seeing it, but you're feeling it, that yes, management is working in private sector, and management is not as effective in government sector. So this is why we said that management is an intangible force which cannot be seen, but its presence can be felt. Then comes management is all pervasive, whether it's your home, whether an organization working on the motive of profit earning, whether it's a non-profit organization, whether it's small office, whether any part of the world, you will see management. Even your mother is doing management at your home. So I would like to correlate it with a term called that God is presence everywhere. In the same way, management is presence everywhere. Like Lord Krishna is present everywhere. In the same way, management is also present in every aspects of our life. So management is all pervasive. Then comes management is multidimensional. Now, what is multidimensional? Here, multidimensional means management is not a single activity. It is a collection of many activities broadly categorized into three categories, that is management of work, management of people and management of operation. Now what there is a confusion among kids that, sir, what's the difference between management of operation and management of work? Generally when questions, specific questions came of from this segment, they will do this mistake of writing some other point. So in order to understand it, management of work as a multidimensional aspect, you see, it means that work means where, whether work, whatever activity which you are doing is being done at what time, how much time it will take, and whether it has been done or not. So to to lay an emphasis on the time, we say ki whether work has been done or not. Whereas management of people, it's very clear that if you have hired 50 people in your organization, or for that matter 100 people in your organization, so how you are managing them, how effectively you and efficiently you are managing them, you are addressing their grievances, their issues individually as well as group. Here also they are categorized into two parts. Individually you are listening to them, you are managing them, as well as if they are working as a team, how you are managing them. Then comes the operation. In operation part, the real activity which an organization do, like in a manufacturing organization, like from leather, let's say a shoe company, a shoe manufacturing company, where there is a very specified section of working, a segment of working, that first we will purchase leather, then we will process in the factory, then it will be again packed up in, and then it will be sending to the market through whatever retail system or whatever the direct customer system. So there is a well defined system. That system is known as operations, and we have to manage that also very very well. Like we also have to have some public relation segment, where we also can get feedback from the customers. So let us move quickly to the next point, sixth point, that is management is a continuous process. Everybody knows, very easy uh, feature. It says that management is a never ending process. All the functions of management are performed continuously. For example, you have never seen that once a planning has been done, is done for all the time. No, planning is also going to be repetitive. In the same way, organizing, whether staffing, directing and controlling, it's a continuous process, and it is being performed by the managers all the time. So managers perform ongoing series of functions continuously in the organization. Then comes